Good morning. It is a Saturday morning. It's about 11:30, so we'll see what time this video actually gets posted today. But I'm here today to speak on a rough subject. I had a friend of mine yesterday that lost her battle with a heart condition, and I'm not going to say that she was my best friend or anything like that, because I don't want to be that guy. But when we were in high school, we used to hang out with the same groups and stuff, and obviously, if you ever knew Shwanda, you know that she was a very bubbly personality. She did have her little quirks and things, and, she typically, anytime you're around her, you would always be happy, because just kind of exuded that personality. And since high school, kept up with her on Facebook, things like that. But knowing that she's been going through this, I think she had been on a transplant list for, like the past 7 years or something like that. And I don't know exactly what her heart functionality was recently, but I do remember at one point she only had about 10% of her heart working, and obviously, that's going to have some problems that are associated with that. So, but it's the one thing that has always been a constant throughout humanity. Any time frame you can ever look at, it's been the one thing that's always been there. And it's so weird and strange, and seeing all of these people commenting on her Facebook now. Tons of these people that never even met Shwanda, and they're commenting and saying how much they're going to miss her and things like that. It's really kind of what's important in life. You need to kind of find a way to make an impact in your life. And you can change other people's lives, even if you never personally meet these people. I was one of the people who was able to say that I was able to meet her in person, and got a couple of stories and good times that we shared. But that's what it's about, you gotta make stories, because if you don't, what are you doing, so you find things to be happy for. So, and I think that's why I'm doing these so much now, because it's something that I wanted to do, and something to be able to do for me, and it's something that kind of excites me. It gives me something to do, and something to kind of think about on a daily basis. Like, hey, what am I going to do on this day? What am I going to do on this day? But the most important thing that you always have to keep in mind is that you have to make every single day count. I know you've probably heard it from 15 billion motivational speakers, but once the day is gone, the day is gone. You can't get that time back. And you have so much time in a day that you can do so many different things. You can do so much, even if you're sitting there, and even if you work a 10-hour day and you drive an hour to work, an hour back home, and you think you need 8 hours of sleep. Well, let's say you got 12 hours basically from work time alone, and then you got another 8 hours, so let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That still leaves you a full 4 hours to kind of do anything that you want to do. Or you can even do something like this, where I'm driving around and I'm working, but I'm also still doing something else productive for myself that I feel like I want to do. So there's so many different ways that you could be able to do things. Even 4 hours out of your day, even if you were working that 10-hour work schedule, even if you had an hour drive back and forth to work, and even if you felt like you needed a full 8 hours of sleep every single day. I personally don't sleep 8 hours. I can't remember the last time that I thought I needed 8 hours of sleep. I go to sleep late, and because of my kids being in school and I take them to school, I wake up early. I go to sleep probably, sometimes I might go to sleep a little bit earlier, but most of the time I go to sleep about 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm up by about 7 o'clock in the morning. So I get about 5 hours of sleep. So even if you were to do that, you've now added 3 hours to your day. And trust me, when I work and work and work and work. So my little bit of 5 hours of sleep, trust me, you can be extremely productive with 5 hours of sleep. So one of my favorite kind of motivational quotes is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's like, you can do all of this in a day, and he's like, there's people that think you need 8 hours of sleep, and he says, well, just sleep faster. And that's what sometimes you might need to trick your brain into. But I do believe 5 hours is absolutely plenty of time to get enough rest. And I mean, that's me waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and going to sleep at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I don't take naps during the day. So yeah, figure, but I also have a crap ton of coffee. So if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. But, for Shwanda, 7 years being on that heart transplant list, and I saw her post from I think last month that she had made, and she was only supposed to have like 6 months to live at that point, and she got a lot after that, and even when you have something like that, hey, you got 6 months, you would think every day out of that 6 months you're gonna cherish every single moment of it. And from everything I was able to see, because I didn't really get to hang out with Shwanda over the past couple of years, but everything I was able to see from what she was posting and everything she was doing, like, she made every day count. So that's what I got for you today. It's been a bit of a harsh subject for me over the past couple of years because it's been hitting me pretty rough, but make it count. Have an awesome day.